we've got a TV show, a live studio audience TV show. We're filming out of Miami. Very soon, I'll say within the next 2 weeks, we'll start filming that. That's fantastic. It's going to air in late October. And it'll be with a live studio audience, but it won't air until, near Halloween time, near late October, okay? So, but that's going to be talking about child trafficking, talking about harm to children, and what can we practically do as families about it now. So it'll be a mainstream show. It'll talk about the subject in a kind of a softer manner, but give real solutions that everybody can participate in. It's great because it's a different demographic than we might reach with our hardcore documentary series, or even with the radio show that's a different demographic still. So, man, we got billboards, NASCAR placement, social media campaigns, on and on and on. We're trying to reach people every way we can. So these different productions are just an addition, each of them, in the mission of reaching people and changing the culture, all to save children from being raped and harmed and tortured and murdered by sickos and weirdos, evil ones. So that's all going on. We've had a couple recoveries recently, one out of Alberta, Canada, and she was recovered in Oregon. We got to play a role in that, connecting all the players, and we're grateful for it. Untrafficked was one of our other partner orgs that was involved very heavily in that one. We're just grateful for these relationships, and whenever we all pitch in to rescue those who are in harm's way in being bought, sold, and trafficked. And, if I was a child in a dog kennel somewhere, I'd pray for all I was worth that somebody was coming, that somebody was working on getting me out of there, and that hope was not lost. And for the life of me, folks, I can't figure out how so many Americans can just turn away and go, oh, children are being harmed? Oh, I just couldn't. I can't bear it. I'd talk about that. Well, how is it that we can be that soft and leave children in harm's way and go, oh, I just couldn't? How easy for the bad guys when we just can't even face the topic, let alone do anything to help the little ones. And the little ones are precious. They're worthy of our protection. So another one was our daughter grew up with a friend. I won't say his last name. I'll say his name, Charlie, for now. I think the news media is going to do a story on this. But a boy that grew up with our daughter, Aspen, Charlie, was one of her friends. And Charlie's in college now, out of U of A, out of Tucson. And his mom knows my wife. And she called and said, hey, Charlie's in harm's way. Can Veterans for Child rescue my child? And he was down in Ecuador as a medical student, and things went unstable there, and there were roadblocks going up everywhere, and abductions happening very widely. And they could not, and it wasn't just Charlie, it was several of his classmates, there were 6 of them in total. They couldn't get out of there. All the roads were blocked. So I brought in people like Jack Farmer and another former SF friend of mine, an ally, and a couple other groups, and we just started doing a quick assessment and got Charlie on the phone, and I created a private chat group and brought in the family and the students and the team, and we just started advising the students on how to get out of there. They ended up getting on a helicopter, leapfrog out of harm's way to another location where they could get ground vehicle to take them to, and they had to take multiple helicopter flights to get the 6 of them out. But they got it done, and ground transport to a waiting Comair flight where they had tickets waiting for them, and they were able to get out of there. And it's like a series of miracles, because the things were happening behind them and around them, even ahead of them, that looked like they shouldn't have been able to get out of there, and they were able to leapfrog past the harm and helicopter over it and things like that. We're just grateful that they were able to get out of there and get home. Unfortunate when these countries go unstable like that, but they're back home. So I haven't met a lot of these students in person, so the mom says she's going to have them all over for barbecue soon, have me over there, get to meet a lot of them and congratulate them and welcome them home and all that. So that feels nice, you know. Anyway, so we always are grateful for allies and for these coordinated efforts. Man, imagine if it was you or your kids stuck somewhere and they needed assistance getting out of there. It's just a privilege to be able to be part of the solution. So we're grateful for that. So congrats to everybody that was able to get out of there, and thank you to everybody that participated in that joint operation.